Hello everyone, good morning. On this opportunity, I would like to practice my essay about biodiesel as a renewable energy to deal with Industry 4.0. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Risky Aji. I am majoring in chemical engineering and my identification number is 1901060. I hope you enjoy this podcast. Biodiesel as a renewable energy to deal with Industry 4.0. The fuel oil or BBM crisis is increasingly threatening human survival, especially in the transportation sector. In this case, cars and motorbikes are part of BBM user. Based on data from the National Statistic Agency or BBS, the number of our wheeled motorized vehicles or more operating at the end of 2015 was 22,512,990 units and will always increase every year. Quote from Hendrawan et al. 2015. In addition, the consumption of oil in Indonesia of 1.3 million or barrel is not balanced with domestic oil production, which is about 1 million or barrel, which result in a shortage of oil supply which must be patched through imports from abroad. From the 2000 ESDM data, it is stated that petroleum fuel reserve only leave 4.3 billion barrel. From calculation with the current population of Indonesia, which is around 240 million, the oil reserve are only 18 barrels per capita. So it can be predicted that Indonesia petroleum deposit will only remain in approximately 25 years. In addition to the problem of the crisis of fossil fuels that cannot be renewed, another dangerous problem is exacerbated by the level of air pollution in Indonesia, which is increasingly concerning due to exhaust emission from fuel combustion. Cahyo and Mulyatna 2013. According to a survey conducted by the World Bank, Indonesia ranked fourth for the country with the highest pollution level in the world, after India and China. Of all the existing causes of air pollution, transportation emission are proven to be a contribution to air pollution in Indonesia, which is around 85%. Okay, then go to the argument section. With the increasing number of use of petroleum per year, it will increasing cost scarcity of oil because of its non-renewable form. This of course cause the price of fuel to increase, and the resulting impact is that difficult for the middle and lower level Indonesian people buy fuel at high price. Therefore, in my opinion, a new innovation is being made for the development of renewable and environmentally friendly petroleum, that is creating biodiesel, because it from is renewable and greatly reduce the level of pollution in Indonesia. This biodiesel development also adds to Indonesia economic value. Biodiesel is a renewable fuel made from animal and vegetable fat as raw material. This fatty acid, methyl ester or FAM, which has long been called a substitute for petroleum or petroleum diesel. Currently, biodiesel can be made from a variety of feedstock, using a variety of techniques including esterification and trans-esterification. One of the vegetable oil that produce biodiesel fuel is palm oil, as the most productive source of vegetable oil. 1 hectare of oil palm can be produced 3.5 tons of vegetable oils. This is much better when compared to the second most productive crop after oil palm, this canola, which 1 hectare is only able to produce 0.8 ton of vegetable oil base. From the information www.compasiana.com that the National Energy Policy state that biodiesel development as a renewable energy will be carried out for 25 years, starting with preparation in 2004 and execution since 2005. The 25 years period is divided into three phases of biodiesel development. In the first phase, which is 2005 up to the 2010, the minimum use of biodiesel is 2% or equal to 720,000 kiloliters to meet national fuel oil need with product derived from castor oil and palm oil. The second phase, 2011 to 2015, is a continuation of the first phase, but other plants have been used as raw material. The factory that were built started on a commercial scale with a capacity 30,000 to 100,000 tons per year. This production is able to meet 3% of diesel consumption or the equivalent of 1.5 million kiloliters. In the third phase, 2016 to 2025, the technology is expected to reach the level of high performance, whereof the resulting product has a high cetane number and low casting point. The results achieved are expected to meet 5% of national consumption or the equivalent of 4.7 million kiloliters. In addition, there is also Presidential Instruction Number 1, 2006 concerning the provision and utilization of biofuel as other fuels. These things show the seriousness of the government in the supply and development of biofuels. With the use of biodiesel, there are many advantages that can be obtained according to the National Biodiesel Board. Among others, biodiesel can be used directly on diesel motor without making significant modification and has a very small risk of damage. Biodiesel also has a better lubricating effect than diesel. Based on the calculation, the addition of 1% biodiesel can increase lubrication by about 30%. Biodiesel provides fuel consumption, horsepower, and torque which are almost the same as diesel. Then biodiesel can be renewed and has a carbon cycle that does not cause global warming. Overall, CO2 emissions are reduced by 78% compared to diesel engines running on fossil fuels. In my opinion, the opportunity to develop the potential for biodiesel development in Indonesia is quite large, considering that currently the use of diesel oil accounts for around 40% of fuel users for transportation. Meanwhile, the use of diesel in industry and PLTD is 74% of the total fuel usage in these two sectors. Not only because of the opportunity to replace diesel fuel, the big opportunity for biodiesel is also due to Indonesia's natural condition. Indonesia has a variety of plants that can be used as a source of biodiesel fuel, such as palm oil. Currently, biodiesel or B5 has been marketed at 201 petrol stations in Jakarta and 12 petrol stations in Surabaya, quoted from www.compasiana.com. From some of the data that has been written, we as engineers must continue to support the biodiesel development program. This is to reduce oil imports, which in turn reduce Indonesia trade deficit and also reduce air pollution, which is not good for health. It is also hoped that the Indonesia government will build many biodiesel manufacturing plants to increase job opportunity for the community. Okay, thanks for listening to this podcast. Maybe it's just about the podcast this time. Sorry if there are mistakes in the pronunciation of the word and